So another overview of some of the new modules that were released in the last weeks. This month is packed with new releases. All the modules I show you here are available for free, so please consider supporting the developers. And we start with new modules from Not Things. We have a melody sequencer and a trigger sequencer. Here I have the melody sequencer sequencing the VCO unit. For now I have all parameters down, so we get a random sequence, but I can raise, for example, the probability to repeat a note. Right, and then the probability to go up or down in notes. We even have here a probability for random jumps or moving. So if I take the up and down for a second, all the way down, I can add probability to move. Or the probability to jump. Right, we have also a built-in quantizer that we can even sequence. I have here a few scales selected that I will sequence with the ADDR sequencer. Right, and again we also have the trigger sequencer. Here I have it triggering interzone as a bass voice. Right, also here we have probability, and we can change also the size, for example. Right, how many clusters we want, the length of the phrases, how many cycles. Right, skip probability, global probability, density of the gates, so on and so forth. I have here another example with a hi-hat. Right, I'm using the trigger sequencer to trigger the hi-hat and the CV sequencer to modulate it. I have also some chords. I'm using a shift register to generate chords from the original sequence. Also this month we have new modules from SignalFunctionSet. We have two DX7, the operator and the operator envelope. So DX7 style modules. We have the meta fugue, which is the fugue sequencer and expander in one module. Then we have chance, which is a sequencer with probability. We have arrange, which is an arranger module. I hope to make a full video about it in the near future. Then we have cycle, which is a quad-synced LFO, and we have two multi-sample modules. We also have new modules from Shortwave Labs. We have mnemonics, which is a crunchy delay, and we have here also a fuzz module. Here I have the metafugue set up, sequencing the new operator oscillator here. Right, again, with operator you can load DX7 patches or even files from Dext VST, I believe, and use them inside VCV. And the metafugue is again the fugue sequencer with the expander built in. So I have here the three sequences, right, each set with a different length and probability. It's sequencing polyphonically the operator. Right, you have different patches here already loaded. And right, you can load banks, and you have different banks here already by default. We also have the op envelope module. Right, this one here. Also here you can load DX7 files and then use the envelopes in this case. I'm sequencing here the VCO unit with the note sequencer, and I use the pitch from the sequencer with the envelopes. There is a volt per octave input here to get different envelopes for different notes. Let me solo this for a second. But you can see the envelopes here also on the scope. I'm using here also the new delay, the mnemonics delay. Let me bring this in. Right, you can hear it's quite crunchy again without and with. Right, it's very colorful, let's say. Now it also has various outputs. One of them is an envelope follower output. You can see this here on the scope. Right, it's an envelope follower of the delayed signal. Right, so here I'm using this, it's again the same signal here on the scope. I'm using this signal to control different parameters here on Terraform. Right, then we have chance, again a new sequencer. In this case it's sequencing the new play module. Let me again solo this. Right, play can load multi-sample instruments, even decent sampler instruments. So I have here my kalimba, you can see magnetic kalimba instrument loaded. Right, so it's playing an instrument I created for decent sampler inside of VCV rack. Now with this sequencer we can add all sorts of things, for example ratcheting. Right, or sort of drift. And then I can activate more cells just by double clicking them. And then we have longer sequences or longer patterns. And we also have cycle. This is again a quad LFO that can be synced. In this case I have the phase spread all the way, as you can see this here. And I'm using the LFOs to bring in the VCO unit, 4 voices of it with 4 notes of a chord. Next up we have a new developer, Eternal Eclipse, with a few interesting modules like a wavetable oscillator, a clock module, distortion, and more. Here I have the wavetable oscillator. It's actually 4 oscillators in one module. Right, we can let them play even a chord. Change the wavetables with this daemon control. Right, and then we can scan through them for each oscillator. Right, and even modulate this. Right, and I will use another new module from this collection. This is the Sephirotic modulator that will output signals according to Kabbalah elements. Right, so I have here a few outputs set and I can just add modulation here to the wavetables. Right, we even have a built-in delay here, delay / reverb on the wavetable, and even a filter. Right, a low pass filter that I can also modulate. Then we have the Cosmic Clock. This module will output signals according to the planets, this one here. Right, I have it set to real time. You can see this is the time that I'm recording these videos, and this is how the planets are aligned. I'm using here 2 outputs as pitch information and 2 more outputs to trigger changes in notes. This is for example Venus and Mars, and here I have Jupiter. Right, this will sequence 2 VCOs here. Then I'm using the new Moon and Liminal Vest. Moon is a distortion module according to the moon phase. And Liminal Vest is a reverb. Then we have Seros, which is a complex function generator. I have it here modulating a filter. Right, we can change the timing and the shape. Another new developer is No Such Device with a glitch module and two trigger and processors. And we have also new modules from CV Funk. We have the glass harmonica, a wind instrument, and a chorus. Right here I have the wind instrument sequenced by a range. Right, we can change all sorts of parameters like the breathe amount, more drive, you can change the right, the second wind here, a second wind instrument. Right, more or less vibrato. Less air, more air. And the more moving. Right, so there are all sorts of parameters that you can experiment with. I have here a copy of this going to the new corruptor from No Such Device. This will glitch out the sound, you can sync it. Right, and it has different algorithms like dropouts, for example, in this case, and repeats also. There's also the glass harmonica module, right? The glass module, I'm sequencing it with Cartesia. I'm using the DivTrig, another new module from No Such Device, which is a clock divider with probability to advance Cartesia. Right, this is happening also polyphonically. We have the new haze chorus. Let me solo this. This is just a VCO going through haze and a filter. Right now I can start adding haze. Right. That's quite an interesting chorus module. And I have more glitch with another corrupt here. I have a drum loop right from phase going to the corruptor, in this case with a decimate algorithm, with freezing, with breaking, again just glitching out the sample. Another new developer is Forsitan with quite a few experimental modules. We have, for example, Bula, which is a Blipobox emulation. right, with the two filters, the two oscillators, the wrangler. Right, so I can modulate, for example, the oscillators and the filters. We have also a delay. This is going through a modulated bandpass filter. I'll bring the mix up. Right, then we have Scando, which is a physical modeling oscillator. Right, so we can modulate, for example, the damp, the strength, the shape. Right, also here we'll add some delay. Then we have a drone module, let me solo this, with all sorts of algorithms that will just create their own noises. Right, and of course we can also modulate this. So it will just move between the engines or algorithms. Then another experimental module is Rete. Again, let me solo this, another noise module. Right, and you can just randomize things. Again, this is going through a filter that I have here. Then we have Ululo, which is a sort of a distortion module. I will add some reverb to it. Feedback distortion. And we have Lustro, which is another physical modeling module here. Just for fun, I have here some drums with the ghost modules. We have new modules from LydD and two sequencers from JW. Here I have the new Triggs 128 that can sequence rhythms, pitch, and two modulation sequences. I have it here sequencing the FM operator polyphonically, so I can randomize the gates, randomize the pitch, randomize the CV for feedback and sustain. Right, there's also probability, cell division, and ratcheting. It's quite a capable sequencer. I hope to experiment with it a bit more in depth in the future, but for now I have the FM operator going through the new Canyon delay from LydD or LydD. Right, so let me bring it in. There's even a built-in pitch shifter. Reverse, that I can even gate externally, freeze, again for gating. Then we have Crawl. This is a sort of a generative sequencer, again from JW. I have it here sequencing the XM operator. Right, also here it's going through the Canyon delay, but also through another new module from LydD. This is a saturation module distortion, saturation. Then we have reflection, which is a wave folder. I have it here, processing the VCO unit. And I have here another crawl modulating or sequencing, sorry, the dark energy with another canyon delay. There are a few more modules I would like to mention. We have Sec1 from Brewer. This is a Turing machine style sequencer. I have it here sequencing the XM operator. Right, so I can lock the sequence. And then we have a Euclidean trigger sequencer with length and number of hits. So if I set this, for example, to have 7 steps, by default, we have here 4 hits, so now we have 4 over 7. Maybe we can make this even longer, maybe 14 steps with 8 hits. And we have 2 more trigger outputs we can use, each with their own hits number. So I have here 5 and 8. Right, so for example, I can trigger 2 more voices. Right, maybe have this, let's say, with 9. So we have 9, 5, and 8. Right, so we have Turing machine and a Euclidean sequencer in one module. We have also the Wolfram sequencer. This is another Turing machine style sequencer. Right, so also here I can lock the sequence with the probability, change the length. Right, we have different modes, all sorts of different features you can experiment with. Then another new module is the JMPEG. This module will load pictures and will extract CV from the picture according to the RGB colors. Right, so this is, I have here red, green, and blue for 3 different sequences. Right, just scanning through this lovely picture. We also have new frequency and spectrum analyzers from Cella. Right, so you have a frequency analyzer and a spectrum analyzer here. We have also a new developer, AK. These 2 modules here. Right, we have a radio module that will allow you to play internet radio inside of VCV. You have all sorts of different stations here. Right, stories, news, ambient, and drone, and you can just load them and process them inside of VCV rack. There's also the NinJam module that allows you to collaborate or to jam with the people online. Then we have here the Deep Cache module from Leviathan that will load all modules in the browser to allow for a smoother experience while looking or searching for modules. We have also Iris from Leviathan that will allow you to load pictures and turn them into wavetables. You can see here, I have a picture loaded and I can scan through the wavetable. Right, then we have a new impulse response module from October production that will allow you, of course, to load impulse response files and then process audio through them. And then we have a collection of oscillators and maybe a sequencer or 2 from coalescent with all sorts of chaotic oscillators you can experiment with. I really couldn't deep dive into all of these modules, but I hope to explore many of them in future videos, and I hope also that you will go and experiment with them and consider supporting the developers. That was it for today. Thank you again for watching. Cheers.